what's up? It's me, Kat, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time seeing my face, hi, my name's Katherine Steele, and I really like musicals. I'm kind of the unofficial drama club president of the internet. First we take over Broadway, and then the world. If you love the performing arts and /or world domination, hit subscribe! What? Today we are going to be talking all about how to stand out in an audition. So I've learned these tips as a working actor, as someone who has cast short films. I love musicals, but my degree is in television. Things I've learned from behind the table at Equity Musical Theater auditions, and some tips that I've learned from some of the best casting directors in the industry. People who cast shows for Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, Netflix, just to name a few. Question of the day, what's your next audition for? Let us know in the comments down below. And if you're not prepping for an audition, why is that? Are you taking time off to focus on school or work? Are you already under contract for a project? Or are you having trouble finding auditions that fit you? If you answered that last one, you're in luck! Because today's video is sponsored by Backstage. Backstage is a great service to help you find your next audition. Personally, my favorite thing about Backstage is that they have a filter that's really comprehensive. You can put stuff in like your age, your ethnicity, your union status, the type of project you want to be working on. Once you select your preferences, Backstage will put together a list of all the auditions that fit your criteria. So if you want to try Backstage and only pay $5 for your first month, click the link down below. Huge thank you to Backstage for supporting the Theater Thursday fam, but without any further ado, let's jump into the tips on how to stand out in an audition. My first piece of advice is to wear something different, not necessarily something bright, just different. Granted, you don't always know what other auditioners are going to be wearing, but if you have kind of a general idea, playing something just a little bit different can make you really memorable. I remember auditions for a production of Jesus Christ Superstar where every girl called back for Mary Magdalene was wearing like a long boho kind of Free People-esque dress, and then one girl didn't. She was wearing jeans, she was wearing boots, still very Mary Magdalene, but a different take. One that worked with her and one that immediately made her stand out. Another great way to stand out in auditions is to look for slightly more obscure material. Let's say you're auditioning for like your teen community theater production of Shrek the Musical. If you're looking at Shrek songs, a lot of people might audition with something from like Beauty and the Beast. Fairy tale, contemporary, lush score. So if you think everyone else is going to pull material from Beauty and the Beast, don't do Beauty and the Beast. Look somewhere else. That could mean looking in like the Little Mermaid score, or going a completely different direction like Spamalot, which is another great tip. Lean into the comedy. If you're auditioning for something where you could go one of two ways, you could do a dramatic piece or you could do a comedic piece, 9 out of 10 times I would recommend going comedic. Not only is it just generally easier to be a crowd pleaser with a comedy, but if you're really funny, the team will keep talking about your audition way after you've left the room, especially if you're a younger performer. Almost every single casting director that I've worked with who casts especially for young shows, they are so sick of young people performing really sad, heavy material. So break out your funny bone. That wasn't funny. Another great way to stand out in an audition is to make strong choices. Let me explain, because I feel like that's a thing that everyone hears but not a lot of people really understand, especially when it comes to newer performers. Making a bold choice doesn't mean screaming or crying or playing the exact opposite of what the scene calls for. When you hear the phrase strong choices or bold choices, what casting directors want to see are decisions. For instance, let's say your audition scene is you in the grocery store with your mom, and your line is to list off some of the ice cream flavors that you see. So your line in the script might just say strawberry, mint chip, vanilla, chocolate. A strong choice is to make decisions about how you feel about those flavors. Maybe you're super sick of strawberry ice cream, but your mom loves it, so you're trying to convince her not to get it and to get chocolate instead. Maybe you don't care about ice cream because your mom's been in the supermarket for 2 hours when she said it was just gonna be 15 minutes and you're running late to hang out with your friends. Whatever it is, make a choice. Just make sure to make smart choices. Use the script and other parts of your audition scene to help inform you who this character is and what the circumstances are. It's especially easy to do that if you're auditioning for a pre-existing work like a play or a musical, because you can find the script pretty much anywhere. Perfect segue into my next point: stand out by being prepared. Most actors aren't able to see it because they're only in the room for their own audition. We can immediately tell who prepared? Who knows this material inside and out, not just the words, but the emotions and the meaning and the subtext? Who went home and did the work? It is so obvious. It drives me crazy when people don't do the work. This is the one part of the audition process that you can control. You can't control if the casting team is in a bad mood that day. You can't control if you're gonna have a bad hair day that day. You can control how much you prep for this audition. So give yourself the best shot and prep. A big part of that is not rushing. And I think that's kind of a thing that a lot of people hear, but again, don't really comprehend. A lot of people, especially when they get nervous, tend to rush through their material. They don't take the comedic beats. They don't take the dramatic beats. Because you're nervous, you're running on adrenaline, it makes sense. But preparing for your audition can help you override your dumb little lizard brain going, I'm scared I'm gonna throw up, let's get out of here. Take your time on those bits. Let the landing stick. Try to make a human connection with the panel. I know that that can be kind of scary, especially if you don't know anyone behind the table, but letting them see you as a human and not just a number. You're allowed to be scared on the inside. I'm always scared on the inside, but try your best to just kind of present yourself as you. This is such an easy tip. Be professional. Be like really professional. This is especially true if you're auditioning for like youth community theater, school theater, anything where young people are involved. Go a step ahead. Be on time, be quiet, bring a headshot and resume. Oh my goodness. I've heard from so many kids on the internet who don't want to bring a headshot and resume to an audition because they don't want to seem stuck up. What? No! Always bring your headshot and resume. Even if the audition doesn't require a headshot and resume, bring a headshot and resume. You won't look stuck up. You'll look normal because that is what normally is expected of you. And if that's not what's expected in that setting, then you will look very professional. So there you guys go. Those are my tips on how to stand out in the audition process. If you're new here, hit subscribe. Be sure to check out Backstage, and thank you again for sponsoring this video. I hope you guys are having a great day. I love you so, so much. Break a leg, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!